Princess of Wales leads the stars as they arrive for her Christmas carol service at Westminster Abbey. The Princess of Wales has arrived for her annual Christmas carol service at Westminster Abbey this evening alongside 1,600 guests. Kate will preside over the Together at Christmas service in London, now in its 5th year, which features a host of celebrities from Kate Winslet to Katie Melua. The hour-long service will celebrate the power of reaching out, but singer Hannah Waddingham pulled out at the last minute because of issues with her voice. Prince William, Winslet and actor Chiwetel Ejiofor will all give readings during the event, which will recognise community stalwarts and honour love in all its forms. Celebrity chef Dame Mary Berry, who has created a Christmas wreath on display in the Abbey, will also be among the guests alongside leading sportswomen. The princess arrived shortly after 4 p.m. ahead of her family for last-minute checks and to meet some of the guests, followed by Winslet, festive in red, and Ejiofor. Outside the Abbey this evening, the area had been transformed into a winter wonderland, while trees inside were decorated with fairy lights and poinsettias. The Daily Mail understands that while Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie were invited to attend the event, both were unable to join other family members. It is believed they were touched at the invitation but had previous commitments. Melua, Fisherman's Friends and Griff will perform on a roster also featuring Dan Smith from pop rock band Bastille, but Waddingham has been replaced. The Ted Lasso actress was due to sing the much-loved carol in the bleak midwinter, but minutes before guests arrived, it was revealed she would not perform as her singing voice has been compromised from an exhausting filming schedule. The singer Zach Abel will now perform another carol, Silent Night, in her place, although this will not be reflected in the order of service due to the late change. Waddingham will still be in the congregation for the service, which will recognise individuals from across the UK who may have dedicated or volunteered their time to be present with others, led initiatives that bring people in their community together, or offered a helping hand to those around them. Among those invited is schoolgirl Madison Reed, who last year raised more than £1.360 for the Archie Foundation by Highland dancing in 26 locations across Scotland, each beginning with a different letter of the alphabet. She raised the funds for the charity, which supports sick children receiving medical care in northeast Scotland, along with their families. In a letter that will be available to all guests, the princess has praised community stalwarts invited to the service, telling them they are making an extraordinary difference to the lives of others. She also extols the virtues of the Christmas period that reminds us how deeply our lives are woven together, adding that despite life feeling fragmented or uncertain at times, the festive season invites us to remember the power of reaching out to one another. In her letter, Kate says, "This carol service offers a moment of collective togetherness, a chance to celebrate the spirit of community and service, and to honor the visible and invisible bonds that unite us all. The time, care and compassion you give, often quietly and unspoken, and without any expectation or recognition, make an extraordinary difference to the lives of others." Another selfless worker who will join the guests is Anne Davies, a volunteer cook for almost a decade with the Moses Project, a charity providing mentoring and support for men with past and current addictions to drugs and alcohol. The 80-year-old also volunteers as a responsible adult at Middlesbrough Police Station, supporting vulnerable people who have been arrested. Kate also says in her letter, "Christmas is a time that reminds us how deeply our lives are woven together. Just as the roots of trees share strength beneath the soil, unseen but vital, so too do we. We are drawn by an instinctive pull towards belonging and connection. Even with all the rushing around and familiar traditions, there is a quieter sense of what it calls out in us. There is a softness to the season that reminds us of something easy to forget, that what we do matters. Our words, our choices, and even the ways we look out for one another, they ripple outward, touching lives we may never see." During the event, readings linked to the theme of love, compassion and connection will be delivered by Winslet and Ejiofor. comic Babatunde Alicia and rising actor Joe Locke, with the speakers accompanied by pianist Paul Gladstone Reed. Among the other guests will be members of England Women's Rugby World Cup winning squad, Rosie Gallagher, Helena Rowland, Jess Breach and Marley Packer, a number of the Wales women's rugby team, including captain Alex Callender and lioness Michelle Agumang.